Who knows, maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion, hand them a little crypto check, right? We'll hand them a little Bitcoin and wipe out our $35 trillion.
Америка прямо сейчас пытается поменять правила на рынке золота и криптовалют. Вспомните, какой у них долг – 35 триллионов долларов. В общем-то, это два альтернативных валютному сегменту мировых рынков. Действия Вашингтона в этом направлении отчетливо демонстрируют одну из главных американских задач. Они очень хотят решить проблему снижения доверия к доллару. В США, как это было и в 30-е, и в 70-е годы, будут решать свои финансовые проблемы за счет всего мира, загоняя всех куда? В криптовалютное облако. Со временем, когда часть госдолга США будет размещена в стейблкоинах, США обесценит этот долг. Еще раз простыми словами, у них сейчас валютный 35-триллионный долг, они его загоняют в крипту, в облако, обесценивают и начинают с нуля. Это для тех, кто очень любит заниматься криптой.
And the most important purchase that is going on right now is class TikTok. TikTok, number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one? That's most important. X. That's very good. And so we have to talk to Elon.
Going to a different economy. And we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box, provided to you by the People's Bank of China. But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. But we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten, and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto moving up. Guys, don't forget we have CME tonight. We'll move the market. And then in the morning, we know once yield rates get to moving, it's going to move the market again. It's like clockwork. Now we have 4.8 billion in loans were liquidated this past week. But that doesn't surprise us. We know futures contracts was ending again. It's like clockwork. And we have Sailor hinting at another Bitcoin buy this week. Don't forget the fifth falls on a Friday. So I don't see a pump until we get into the following week. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And we have Warren Buffett speaking about valuations. And if they're too high, then of course you're playing with fire. Guys, we have trillion and trillion dollar companies on the stock market, which is definitely unbelievable, especially if you're old like me, because that's all they ever talked about was monopolies. You couldn't do it. When you look over in Europe, you don't see anything close, only in the United States, and that just lets you know that our Congress is paid and bought for. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates on Friday pulled back. We had the dollar also pulled back. We have volume in crypto right now again down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo was at $48 billion on Friday. Make sure you're pulling on a daily basis during the week. Repo has been moving up slightly, but nowhere near where it was. And then also, we know in the background, the Treasury is buying debt. Guys, it's all manipulation until they can get this token economy up. I'm going to speak about that later. But we know the Fed wants to keep rates higher for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we had the Fed finally make a rate cut. Mainstream media push that the Fed is going into a rate cutting cycle, which we know is not true. And now that we have inflation keeps moving slightly up and staying steady, and then also we have the labor market, even though it's weaker due to the holidays, is going to be manipulated up. So we know the Fed is going to be stuck. They really only have 50 to 75 basis points to play with. And don't forget, Jerome Powell said we wasn't getting to that 2% inflation goal until 2028. And we know that lines up right with the fourth industrial revolution. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin spot ETFs were down on Friday, and we have Ethereum spot ETFs up on Friday. And then also we had spot Ethereum ETFs saw its largest outflow during the week since its inception. So guys, even though we have all these treasuries going on, we know liquidity eventually is going to shrink. And even though the treasury, the narrative is being pushed, is not going to end well. It's all going to end in the hands of the Fed. Guys, we've seen the movie before. Remember, SVB, FTX. But if you trace it, you can trace it all back to the big hands, the big banks. And we know the big banks are the biggest what? I'll let you finish that. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. Guys, we have about $9 trillion that needs to be finished financed this year. And of course, they have to refinance it in a higher rate. We're already paying $1 trillion just to service the debt. It can't be maintained. So just like the Russian representative stated, we're going to tokenize it. But this is a global agenda. It's not just the United States. It's global. Everybody's using the blockchain digital currencies. You can clearly see that when we're in this space. But the people on the outside looking in, the sheep, they have no clue that all these countries are working on the same plan. And all these banks are working together, same as big tech, working together to get this fourth industrial revolution move forward. And then when you have the president of the United States that's invested in every single sector, he's letting you know that this digital economy is moving fast forward. But knowing that we have all this debt, of course, you need a whole lot of distractions. The Russian representative wasn't able to make that comment for any reason. They wanted the world to know. They're going to let you know their plan. They have to. That's how the universe works. It's just whether you're conscious and you want to take it in. And the fact is that when it comes to information, it's the most important piece. You come to the crypto teacher to get information. And when we look at TikTok, when we look at X, they spread out information. Some of it good, some of it bad. But during the C word, we saw the power of the social media technology. So, of course, if you want to control information, you control the algorithm. You control what's being seen and not seen. It's very simple. It's very easy. And we know that Black Swan is coming. And also, we know those drums are about to get louder. And what do you need to protect yourself? Of course, first, you need the Most High. But then second, you need information. And if the powers that be are controlling your information, of course, you're going to act on what they're giving you. And again, we saw that during the C word. And during the C word, they tested every part of the digital economy. You're in a simulation, whether you want to believe it or not. And that's why knowledge is so important. Because if you can withstand the psychological warfare, you're going to be fine. And what did Yeshua warn us of? That's right, deception, being deceived. And with AI, supercomputers, you're not going to be able to trust your eyes or your ears. You're going to have to sit back and let things play out. So therefore, you can decipher what's real and what's not real. Make sure you watch the video I did last night. We are definitely less than 2 years before the fourth industrial revolution is fully here. And 2026 to 2028, it's time to build. And that means the distractions are going to be stepped up. And we all have to live in this crazy world, but you don't have to participate in a lot of things that are going on. One of my Patreon members said something very powerful. Even though they know what's going on, even sometimes they want to look away. But remember, living in truth, it hurts. And you know the crypto teacher gives you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. But because I'm giving you the truth, you hate me. But remember, guys, I'm just a watchman on the wall. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.